Hey, Tyreek, thanks for taking some time with us.
Uh-huh.
I had two quick questions for you. First, when it comes to your tracking ability, I just think it goes a little bit under talked about, and I was
Mhm.
wondering how over the years you really developed a knack for that, and that becomes important with Mahomes and the long ball. And then
Right.
second, with no preseason games, who's your favorite Chiefs DB to go against, and why do you think that best prepares you?
Well, I feel like as far as tracking for me, I feel like I played baseball growing up, in and out of Pee Wee, and I played center field, so I was able to track the ball really well. Obviously, I got the speed to keep up with the ball, but I feel like God just blessed me, able to play like numerous sports, playing baseball, playing kickball, football, whatever the case may be, catching alley oops on a basketball hoop, whatever the case may be. So I've always been able, to have that gift of tracking the ball. And as far as DBs and off season going against DBs, I mean, I love all of them. I feel like all of them, are fun to go against. Tyron, Breland, Travarius, all of them love to compete. So iron sharpens iron. So I love it.
Let's go to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey Tyreek, good to see you, man. I have two questions for you as well.
Okay.
With the way that camp is starting this year,
Uh-huh.
just where do you feel like you and Pat can improve your guys' connection on the field, given this is now your third year together in the
Mm-hmm.
offense? And then secondly, because of the wide receivers that are behind you, just
Uh-huh.
where do you feel like your leadership is most needed at this particular point in your career?
Well, as far as timing, I feel like that'll come, when it comes, and that's just reps over time. So, I mean, that's why we're here in training camp, to get those reps, to get those situations, and to get those big moments. So I feel like all of that'll come with time. And as far as my leadership, I feel like if I go out there every play and I push myself and I become more of a vocal leader for those younger guys, they'll see that, hey, this guy is the fastest guy in the NFL. He works hard. So I want to be able to come into this offense and do the same thing. And it all and all of it applies to the classroom too. So when we watching one-on-ones, I'm helping them, like telling them what I think they could have done better in this situation. So I mean, I want everybody to be better, because my job isn't secure. I come out here every day, working hard, like you said, trying to be that leader for everyone, because I mean, I feel like our group makes this offense go. So I'm gonna continue to work hard.
Let's go to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, appreciate the time here, Tyreek. On a lighter note, I think this is the first time we've gotten you since that viral video went out of a high schooler maybe getting a catch over you. Maybe you can give us the context behind that, and maybe if you got any jabs in the locker room about that.
Oh yeah, guys tease with me all the time about that, man. But the good thing about me is I'm all about spreading positivity. I'm real happy for the kid, who went up and made the Odell type play. So I mean, kudos to him. So I mean, hopefully, he takes that moment, and he uses it to get him where he needs to go in life. So, like, I'm really happy I was able to be on Sports Center. Every social media outlet you can think of, I was on, to bring, smile and just joy for that kid and his family. So I'm really thankful for that.
Let's go to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Ty, appreciate the time, obviously. A couple months ago, you had mentioned that you were looking forward to working with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and so I'm curious, after 2 days of padded practices, what are your impressions of him? And then lastly, when's the rematch against Nicole Hardman?
With Clyde, I mean, I'm really impressed. He comes in, he's a very quiet dude. He works hard and he fits right in with his offense. I feel like with over time, you won't even be able to tell he's a rookie, because he works that hard and he wants to get better. And he's always asking questions about, hey, I mean, Reek, what do you think about this? What I'm saying? So, I mean, I really like Clyde. I mean, and as far as the race with McCole, I feel like right now I ain't racing nobody. I'm retiring for a minute, man. I feel like I already left my mark on that, you know. So I already solidified myself as the fastest, baby. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. All y'all stop playing with me. All 60 of y'all. If y'all want to race me, I'm right here. Let's go. Now let me stop.
Let's go to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
I mean, if you want to race, I'll race, Tyreek. I don't care, man.
Nah, you'll beat me right now, man.
Hey, we were just listening to Eric Bieniemy, and he called Patrick Mahomes, and I'm quoting him correctly here, a competitive prick. Do you kind of agree with that terminology? And also another question.
You know what? I have no idea what he meant by prick, but I will say Pat loves to compete, you know, and each and every opportunity that we get to go against the defense, he wants to win. You know, it don't matter the situation, and it don't matter whatever it is. He always wants to win, and he always, you know, brings the best out of each and every one of us. You know, so that's what I love about Pat. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're me, Kelsey, or Fish, or whoever the case may be. I mean, he's going to give you that extra fuel that you need to continue going. It don't matter if we on play 10 and everybody's on their knees dead tired. He's still, guys, come on, I need you. So that's the thing you got to love about Pat.
All right, guys, we've got time for a couple more. Let's go to Darren. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Tyreek, how you doing this morning?
I'm good.
A couple questions for you. How serious were you, regarding training for the Olympics, running 100? And I have a second question, but I'll let you answer that first.
You know, I was real serious about it. You know, I feel like, I mean, I'm going into the prime of my career, and I'm feeling stronger than ever. You know, so I was real serious about it. You know, I was in talks with my track coach from high school. You know, and it was a real serious thing for me. You know, because I feel like I can compete with some of those guys at least. You know, I mean, I feel like I can at least place. I may not win, but I'm at least place with those guys. So that's how I feel.
Is that something that is still an option for you since the Olympic Games have been pushed to next year, and it will be after the season for you? And then also, but then also, who would you compare this championship team to? Obviously, with the type of players that you have coming back and the stars on both sides of the field. Steve and I were kind of talking about it yesterday. I would compare you all to the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s with that type of team, both offense, defense, and special teams. Would you agree with that assessment, or who would you compare yourselves to team-wise for a championship team looking to go back and repeat?
I don't know, man. I feel like, I mean, I don't like comparing. I know me. I don't like comparing myself to no other player. So I feel like with this team, you can't compare us to nobody, you know, because everyone's different, you know. I mean, every player is different. Every coach is different. And every organization is different, you know, because we think different. So I feel like you just can't compare us to anyone, you know. We just the 2019, 2020 Kansas City Chiefs who won a Super Bowl, you know, who's going to want to continue to win and get better, you know. So that's who we are. We don't want to follow in anyone's footsteps, you know. But I will say, you know, we do want to pay homage to the great teams who came before us, because we know there were some great teams, you know. So, but I feel like we just don't want to compare ourselves to anyone, you know.
Let's go to Sarin for the final one. Go ahead, Sarin.
Tyreek, thanks for the time. A couple things.
Sir,
Number one, what do you think you guys miss, or you personally, maybe your room will miss by not having preseason? And last year, one of the things when you really burst onto the scene, you know, you were running the ball a lot out of the backfield, taking the handoffs, and
right.
you seem to kind of get away from that. Do you miss that? Do you enjoy that part of your game?
What do you mean by what will we miss in our receiver room?
Yeah, just by not having the preseason games. Because, like, I'll tell you flat out what I'm getting at is I think most of you guys would say we don't miss anything, right? Like, we're thrilled that we don't have these games. And so I'm wondering if that's the case, and it doesn't really matter for at least the veteran guys to not be having these preseason games. And then the part about running the ball.
I mean, you can go tit for tat with that, but if we going deep into it, what do I miss? You know, like, everything is so different this year, man, with the COVID rules and just separating guys, you know. So the meeting rooms are kind of different. You know, last year, you know, guys were able to like laugh and play and joke and pull all kind of tricks, where this year is guys are like separated and you got to respect the guidelines and stuff. So, I mean, if I would say that what any of us would miss, it'll be that, you know, just team bonding and just you know, playing around with each other, horse playing in the meeting rooms and stuff, joking on each other and stuff like that. And what was your last question?
It was about last year. The team kind of got away from giving you the ball in the running game. You'd done a lot of that your first couple of years, and last year you didn't get as many carries. Do you like that part? Is that by design? Do you miss that?
Man, it is what it is, man. Whatever the team need me to do. If the team need me to go out there and be a decoy 100 times, that's what I do, you know? So, I mean, I'm just thankful for being a part of this team, the process, just everything that comes along with it. So, I'm a team player, and that's what I'm going to live by, you know, because I've never been a part of a winning team in my life. So, just being a part of this team and just what Coach Reed, you know, has taught me and the brothers I have met on this journey is just amazing. So I'm real thankful for that.
Tyreek, we appreciate your time.
I took that tater though.
Thanks, Tyreek. Appreciate you.
All right, gents.
All right, guys, we got Andrew Wiley coming